Rodney, interesting game today. Would you say a
Interesting.
draw is a fair result?
Listen, probably. I think if Coleraine scored the penalty kick, I think we're dead and buried, because up until that point we hadn't created enough. We hadn't asked enough questions, and I thought we got committed. A committed performance. I think the boys worked extremely hard, and ultimately ended up deserving their point. But at that stage, I think if that penalty had went in, we were beat. But after the last two performances, in terms of the results and performances, those levels weren't good enough. And the one thing we asked them for today was hard work and commitment. And I think with what we have, if we get hard work and commitment, we stand a good chance of getting a result. And thankfully today, even though it's against them men, we still leave with a point, and it's something positive.
Yeah, you have to say hard work and commitment. I think Decky Dunn saved a penalty with his face, perhaps.
Yeah, he's quite a swell nose in there. Listen, Decky's been superb, to be honest. He had a bit of back problems early on in the season. It took his time getting him into the team. He took his time getting into the team, but since he's got in, he's showed a great attitude, and he's done extremely well. And I was delighted to see him make that save with his big nose.
Mitchell with the goal against one of his former clubs.
It's great to see. Listen, Mitch is a goal scorer, and I don't think he'll take any delight out of scoring against Coleraine, more so than he'll take out of scoring against anybody. He just wants to score goals. It was probably one of the only times in the second half that we put a string of passes together. We worked it out to Adam Glennie, and his delivery was superb, and it's a good header from Mitch, and it gives us a little bit of belief that we could have maybe went on and win it at that stage, but unfortunately it didn't materialise that way.
Well, we can't go without saying sub in the second half, Rhys Campbell.
Yeah.
Obviously we're delighted to see him back.
I think that's the most positive thing about today. Listen, I know Rhys, I didn't see the early stages of his rehab, but I've seen it firsthand how hard he has worked. He's constantly doing what the physios has asked him to do over this last 10 months. He's worked extremely hard. He's got himself back fighting fit. How much game time we can get him from now to the end of the season, listen, we're unsure. We can't push him too much, but it's just great to see him back, and he nearly went in with a little bit of an opportunity as well, and he had a couple of half chances, but Rhys will give you that because he's a quality player, and he's one of the better players in this league.
Yeah, obviously there's a bit of a break now for us until we find out who's next.
Which is strange. We've no game over Easter, which is disappointing. Everybody looks forward to your Easter Saturday, Easter Tuesday, and unfortunately, just the way things has worked out with international call-ups, there's no games. So we'll give the boys a little bit of a break. We'll give them a night off. They'll come back in on Thursday, and we'll train Thursday, Saturday, and then prepare properly the following week for whoever we're playing against that following Saturday.
And hopefully we'll see you then, wherever that may be.
Perfect, thanks, sir.